West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad was a farmer. And when I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy, I want them to know when I'm sad, and I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're gonna remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're gonna figure it out together.
Firearms are the #1 cause of death among kids, but we know that healthcare workers can make a huge difference. This is why prevention is absolutely critical. It starts with listening to the community, leaning in on those conversations to better inform what is the approach that you want to take. You are the champions for change. You can be the catalyst for integrating firearm injury prevention strategies into your practice and really benefiting your community. Let's agree to agree that we all have a role to play in ending this crisis.
In Major League Baseball, you could dream with no limits. You could become your hero, steal the show, or even start a new club. You could meet the moment and exceed the hype. You can write a new chapter of history and let your city dream again. This season, anything can happen.
Everyone has a ritual, that small thing that keeps us focused. A habit we never skip to clear our minds and elevate our performance.
But what do you do to keep your head in the game, to drown out the self-doubt and support your mental health? Because being your best isn't just about taking care of your body.
It's about taking care of your mind and mental health. Discover the resources you need to keep your mind focused and your mental health a priority.
Our South Carolina story is told through love. We always felt the need to take a moment for ourselves, and the ocean has always drawn us closer. Charleston was such a romantic destination, with its ancient oaks and beautiful walking paths through town. But we love hiking too, and Greenville gave us a perfect view. This is our South Carolina story. What's yours?
Brilliant again. She just...
Preparations have begun as the world's best players set their sights on the tournament. Anything that you might do, I'm gonna do too.
Well, the atmosphere is building here in the stadium, particularly this coming out out.
Well, it means a lot to the community. It means enhancing the community. We are so pleased and so proud of the fact that the Braves are involved and participating in its upkeep and making sure that when we come here, we can be all very pleased and very happy about the way it's being kept and the offerings that it has to the community.
Man, we're here at a beautiful Adams Park where they just revealed the Hank Aaron statue. Again, the greatest of all time, creating opportunities. Henry Aaron, Billy Aaron, they're doing it once again with partnership with the Atlanta Braves. Unbelievable moment in this park of Adams Park.
Big things for our kids, just to have the inspiration that, you know, maybe one day they can be the next Hank Aaron. So I'm really proud of what the city has done for the community.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Much in the air. So much in the air. I've been trying to, fight 'cause I'm scared. Cause it doesn't mean so much in the air. Boy, can you hold me?
He's made it to 20, he's gone. Touchdown. This is it, they have to score here.
We're getting underway for it.
Walk-off home run. Here's a shot to the right side. This is shaping up to be a straight right side too.
Shadows creeping over the outfield fence here in Kingsport, Tennessee. The final game of Day 3 of the Appalachian Athletic Conference Baseball Tournament here from Hunter Wright Stadium. And it's the winner's bracket to conclude the day, and two teams that have shown their offensive abilities in the showcase performance so far here in Kingsport. The Montreat Cavaliers, the 8 seed, and the 3-seeded Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mark Shelley alongside Lorenzo Robinson. And these two teams, they have shown they can score runs and do so in explosive innings. No surprise, we see these two teams at 33-19 and 37-14, respectively.
Absolutely, and we knew what to expect from Tennessee Wesleyan coming into this tournament, right? This is a team that's a top 25 group, a team that has established themselves as the dominant force in the AAC. But a little bit more surprisingly, Montreat, they might be the hottest team here in Kingsport, Tennessee. They absolutely destroyed U-Pike and did the same to Johnson that next day.
Blanking U-Pike 10-0 through 8 innings in the opening round matchup. And what was their reward? Well, they get the 2 seed in Johnson, and they dismantled the Royals 11-3, an 8-run ball game, and has put themselves where Johnson was expected to be here in the winner's bracket. Johnson's still alive. They just won the game previous to ours, but now it is Montreat's chance to try to take down the defending champions and 16th ranked Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. First pitch gets us underway as it's a first pitch ball. And the second pitch comes in, and that's a leveling strike to Justin Austin, the right fielder from Justin Jackson, who's on the hill for Tennessee Wesleyan. It's Austin, Cameron Nagel, Matthew Brunner, Zachary Long, Daniel Restrepo, Dawson Bryant, Gustavo Gonzalez, Hunter Furchess, and Caden Ethier, as the count goes 2-1 from Jackson to Austin.
And Justin Jackson representing that 1-2 punch. I mean, pick your poison when you talk about an ace for Tennessee Wesleyan. Justin Jackson, a strong season. He's making his 14th start, 9-1 on the year, a 3.24 ERA. Tennessee Wesleyan, the only team with 2 first-team all-conference pitchers. Jackson, one of them.
Here is the 2-2 from Jackson. Rings him up, and Austin is retired. And that's the way you want from your ace to start a game. It's a strikeout looking for Justin Austin, and this ball game's off and running for Tennessee Wesleyan defensively.
And a great sign for Tennessee Wesleyan. Again, they're trying to slow down what has been the hottest team here in Kingsport, Tennessee. Now, maybe we're just saying that because Tennessee Wesleyan, they only played 1 game and Montreat's played 2. But either way, I don't think anyone really wants to play this Montreat squad right now.
There's a big hack at the first offering from Jackson from Cameron Nagel, the center fielder today. As you look around the infield, the backside of the battery is Thomas Teal. He receives another pitch, and that is fouled back to make it an 0-2 count. Down at first base, Josh Shelley, and how impressive was he in their opening game 2 days ago. And then at second, it's Jonathan Bosk. Over at third, the player of the year in Alan Gil Fernandez. What a play at second, but it's not going to have a throw in time as Nagel is safe aboard at first. But a great effort there by Bosk to try to make that throw. I mentioned Alan Gil Fernandez, player of the year in the AAC at third base. In between he and second is the shortstop in Rob Gordon. Left field sees Ethan Wright. Right field, Colton Reynolds and David Bolania is out in center. So 1 aboard here in the top of the first inning. The Cavaliers of Montreat, 21 runs through 2 games. 11-3 last night, and that 10-0 beatdown of Pikeville on day 1. Jackson looks to the right-hand side of the field. He'll throw over just to keep the second batter in the order in Nagel at bay. Matthew Brunner is the batter. The righty awaits the lefty to deliver. Checks his swing on the 0-1. Did he go? And no, he did not, as they look down to first base for the signal. Nagel has had a rocky road. One of the few that has in a very offensive-driven lineup. Nagel did bounce back in the win over Johnson late in the game. He picked up a single. It was with an RBI and came around to score, but otherwise 3 groundouts and a strikeout in that game. A swing and a miss. They throw over. Did they get him? No, they can't get the tag. He is safe, stealing second, and Nagel is in scoring position.
And a great play there to move and get over to 2.
Back at the plate after the swing and the miss, Brunner finds himself behind 1-2.
Brunner, over the course of his career, more known for showing off the leather. This year, the only player from outside that top 3 in the conference to be named a Gold Glove recipient.
That'll miss low, and it's 2-2 rather. So in scoring position, you're trying to pull the upset. Do what you did a night ago for Montreat, and that's capitalized when you have a man in scoring position. But it's a swing and a miss, and a second strikeout of the inning. This time, it's a forward K in the scorebook. As retired is Brunner, and that brings up Zachary Long, and what a night Zachary Long had yesterday. Started with a in-the-park home run. It was a wacky scene of events, a collision at the wall, left the ball dead. He came around to score, then followed it up the next inning with a solo jack out to right field. Reached on base with an RBI single later in the game, then had a strikeout and a ground out as well. But he showcased his power, one of 5 home runs combined for Montreat in that win over Johnson. And that was a flat-footed performance by the Royals. They bounce back in a big way and dominate Pikeville to eliminate the Bears from the tournament. Long faces an 0-2 count here against Jackson. 4th batter of the inning, he has a man on second, and that's Nagel, who stole his way there after reaching on the single. Runner goes. It is high, and it's a stolen base again for Nagel, and he's 90 feet away from being the opening run of the ball game.
That's a smart play by him, especially with the way that Zach Long has been playing. You feel like if he can do what he's done, may potentially be able to get a base hit to drive a guy home.
So now it's a 1-2 count. And it's outside, and a good reach out to keep it in front of him by Teal. And it's 2-2. 2's across the top, the count, and 2 outs. And 2 in play. There's the runner at third and the one at home. Long awaits. Chases it outside, and it's strike 3. Down he goes. 3 strikeout outs, only broken up by the single and the 2 stolen bases by Cameron Nagel. Otherwise, Justin Jackson cruised through the first inning, and we go to the bottom of the first, and the Bulldogs bring the bats to the plate. The best player in the AAC this year, Alan Gil Fernandez, leads things off when we come back.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app is to go to our website, find the Watch SESN tab, and click Fire TV app. Then just select your device from the list. That's it. Free and easy. Enjoy watching the Southeast Sports Network on your Fire TV, Fire Stick, or Fire Tablet with just a few clicks.
Bottom of the first inning, Tennessee Wesleyan sends up the newcomer of the year and player of the year in the AAC in Alan Gil Fernandez to lead things off, the third baseman for the Bulldogs. We'll see a first pitch strike from Hayden Brooks, a 6'3" right-handed pitcher and freshman from Bluffton, South Carolina. That's a chopper into the gap up the middle, and no doubt about it, Fernandez is on board.
Not an ideal beginning to the outing for Hayden Brooks. This is 8th start of the season. He has a 4.09 ERA and a 4-2 record.
So Gil Fernandez is aboard at first with a leadoff single. Rob Gordon will come to the plate. Gordon in their only game so far. What a day he had. 4 singles in a 4-for-5 performance. His last time up, he flied out the center. Came around to score on 3 separate occasions and was caught stealing in one of those trips. That will brush back Gordon, and it's 2-0 from Brooks.
This game, a matchup of the hottest team in the conference, at least in the conference tournament, versus the team that's been the best and most consistent offensive unit in the conference all year long, Tennessee Wesleyan, first in batting average, hits, and runs per game.
And while they are the 3 seed, we did talk about how it's just a bunch of 3 teams at the top, and any one of them equally deserving, had all things been even, of that top seed. Milligan did earn it, but they, like Johnson, find themselves in the loser's bracket, and Rob Gordon finds himself down at first.
How rare it is for Tennessee Wesleyan to even see themselves at that 3 spot, just how dominant they've been. Their first time in over 18 years playing on the first day of the tournament. They have been either first or second in the conference standings after the regular season 19 consecutive years. They won 16 of 17 AAC regular season titles before Reinhardt went back-to-back in 24 and 25. They've also won 16 of the last 19 tournament titles,
including last season's when they were champions. Reinhardt was the number 1 seed. Tennessee Wesleyan was the 2 seed in that tournament. As that's a chopper over to short, they'll try to turn 2. They get 1, they get 2, and the runner is safe at third. So Gil Fernandez is 90 feet away from breaking the deadlock here in the bottom of the first, but Gordon and Josh Shelley are out in the 6-4-3 double play. David Bolania is the 4th batter of the inning and the one charged with trying to drive in the run over at first. 2 outs, 1 on. And the first pitch is outside, and it's 1-0.
It's not just that bit of history from Tennessee Wesleyan and what they've done to the conference. This also a hill that Montreat hasn't really been able to climb in their program's history. Over the last 20 years, these teams.
A swing and a miss, and the ball gets away, but the run will score. Alan Gil Fernandez comes streaking home, and it's a 1-0 ball game as Tennessee Wesleyan takes the lead here in the bottom of the first.
Yeah, passed balls make life really hard on you. A free run.
Maiania did swing at it.
But over the last 20 years, these 2 teams have played 68 times. Montreat's only won 7 of those games.
Did I see that wrong? Did he not swing? Maybe it was the motion of the bat as him trying to get out of the way. Looked as though it was a swing. Instead, it is a 2-1 count now after the strike. That's ripped right back. Oh, what a snag. And Brooks, after the mishap, gets out of the inning as it comes rocketing right back into his glove. He shakes it off, breathes a sigh of relief, but the run does score. Alan Gil Fernandez, the player of the year in the AAC, puts the Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs out in front 1-0 as we go to the top of the second. Restrepo, Bryant, and Gonzalez to lead things off.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Daniel Restrepo comes to the batter's box. He'll lead things off here in the top of the second. And the runner on third comes through on the pass ball. Alan Gil Fernandez scores the first run of the ball game. And for the first time in quite some time, this Montreat Cavaliers side has to play from behind. And that's something they have not done in this tournament as of yet. And it comes here in just the second inning of day number 3 and game 3 for the side that has put up 21 runs through 2 games. But Justin Jackson, despite giving up the 1-out single to Nagel in that first, picks up 3 strikeouts in the opening frame, as now Restrepo has a 2-1 count and he's down at first base. And he'll rip that over to short, and a snag as he falls to an eve by Rob Gordon. And it's a line out over to short. That puts out number 1 on the board.
And for Montreat in this game, it might be an uphill battle, especially going up against Justin Jackson. Jackson retiring the side with 3 strikeouts in that first inning.
1 out, nobody on here in the top of the second. This is Dawson Bryant. 2 Ks, a ground out, and a fly out on an 0-for-4 afternoon against Johnson. And he'll swing at that, and it levels it out. 1-1 is the count.
Coming into this tournament, Montreat, a middle-of-the-road offensive team.
And he'll put that one into the air, and it's just on the edge of the infield. And it's caught by Gordon. And he helps pick up both the first 2 outs of the inning.
The second baseman, Gustavo Gonzalez.
A guy that had a major impact last night, coming around to score twice, one of which was on a home run to lead off the 8th inning against the Royals. Gustavo Gonzalez, the second baseman, comes to the plate, and he will chop this one over to short. Are all 3 outs going to come from the 6th position? They will, as it's gunned over. Busy inning of work for Rob Gordon. He's up to the task. 1, 2, 3 in the second inning go the Cavaliers, and the team leading the 16th-ranked Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. Come back to the plate. Reynolds, Espinoza, and Wright when we come back. Hayden Brooks will deliver the first pitch on the bottom of the second. As Montreat conceded last inning, can't do anything off of Justin Jackson in the top half. So a chance here for the Bulldogs to try to add to their 1-0 advantage. As that's strike one to level the at-bat. Here for the 5-hole hitter in Colton Reynolds. Got to go way back in our score sheet because we had all these games that we've done since we last saw Tennessee Wesleyan. As you mentioned, Lorenzo, not a team you're used to seeing on day one. But here they are, and that's a well-hit ball, and that's going to get out of the yard. A solo jack to double up the lead, and Colton Reynolds makes it a 2-0 ball game here in the bottom of the second.
14th of the year for Colton Reynolds, extending his team lead.
And that came off the bat, and you just knew it. It's hard with aluminum bats. It sounds mostly the same, unlike wood bats where you hear that crack and you know it's gone. But that time, the ping off the bat, that was a pop that just sailed over that fence, and it's a 2-0 ball game as Reynolds is mobbed in the dugout down to our left. And we start with the base pass empty and no outs on. And Brian Espinoza, well, I guess acting as if he would be the leadoff, trying to ride some momentum after the leadoff home run by Reynolds.
So I saw Colton Reynolds and Tennessee Wesleyan play against Reinhardt earlier this season, and Colton Reynolds hit 2 home runs in a doubleheader during that series. Both of those homers look a lot like that one, just absolute no-doubters. When he hits them, he just crushes them.
We did not see a single home run on day one. Day two, we saw a plethora of them. We've seen a bunch already here today, and that's the first of this game, and maybe more, especially with how these offenses go. But what can Montreat do as this goes along, especially against the ace in Jackson? But right now, Hayden Brooks has to shake off the home run he just gave up. He's in a 3-1 battle here with Espinoza. That's inside. It's ball 4. And a base runner on. I was going to say leadoff, but he's not the leadoff. The leadoff went the distance over the fence, and Espinoza's aboard with a walk.
Now, what I will say is if you're going to give up something, you never want to give up anything as a pitcher, but if you're going to give up something, a solo home run is not the worst thing in the world. It's just 1 run being scored. The main thing is, as a pitcher, you got to try to lock back in and retire the side. You can't compound the mistake.
2 runs on 3 hits. That's a well-placed bunt down the third base side. Can he beat it out? Picked out of the dirt. He get him at first, but the runner advances, and Espinoza stands at second as Ethan Wright is retired, and Wright turned on the burners, and he almost beat out that throw, and that's in large part to how well that bunt was placed down perfectly the third base side.
That was a nice attempt by Ethan Wright to try to leg it out, but the main job was just advancing the runner in the scoring position, so job well done there.
And now Montreat wants to talk things through. They have gotten the out, trying to shake off the home run and calm everyone down. Thomas Teal, the catcher, stands in the on-deck circle. And will make his way to the batter's box here momentarily. While they converse, Teal, well, he started on a rocky day in their opener against Truett McConnell, popped over to first, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play, and then picked up a single and a double as the game went on. And he would love to pick up a base hit here and try to add some extra scoring in a 1-out bottom of the second inning where 1 has already come across. First pitch, that's in there for strike 1, and that's what you want for Hayden Brooks.
Brooks has to try to settle down, not allow Tennessee Wesleyan to begin a flurry. This game can get out of hand quickly.
Chopper over to third, check the runner, throw to first. In time, they got him. And that's as good as you can ask of. The runner stays at second, and you get the out as Teal is retired.
Yeah, that was a good check-in by Furch. Just a quick glance and a perfect throw over to one.
So in the bottom of the order in Jonathan Bosk. It's always a race to see who gets there first. That usually tells you how the game's going for one side or the other. And it is Tennessee Wesleyan to bring up their 9-hole hitter first. Jonathan Bosk, the second baseman, shows bunt, and it's in there for a strike. So an 0-1 count, 2 outs and a runner on second. Bosk had a single and reached on an error, otherwise 2 other outs. As now he falls behind 0-2. Brooks trying to get out of the inning where he surrendered the home run and has a base runner on second. He checks back to him. It's Espinoza. At the plate is Bosk. Got him swinging. And it's strike 3, and that's the way to respond. Get out of the inning. Nothing more comes about after the solo home run from Colton Reynolds. And the Bulldogs lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the third. 8, 9, and 1 coming to the plate for the Cavaliers when we come back.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry.
Hunter Furchess is the 8-hole hitter, and he starts it off with a ball that comes in from Justin Jackson. Jackson has seen 7. He's retired 6 of those through the first 2 innings, as that's fouled off to the right-hand side to make it a 1-1 count. Lone exception was in the first inning. Cameron Nagel had a single and then 2 stolen bases to get over to third. Problem is nobody helped him out. Strikeout looking before, and then 2 swinging strikeouts after to end the inning. And then a busy second inning over at short for Rob Gordon. He contributed on all 3 of those outs. A line out, pop out, and then a ground out. 3-1 count. As out in front is Furchess. Jackson trying not to lose him here. His team has scored a run in each of the first 2 innings. And Furchess takes ball 4. He'll head down the first. And a rare misstep by the ace for the Bulldogs.
Now, it's still so early in the game that it's too early to make any real prognostications, but not a good sign for Montreat. First 2 games, they had 3 runs entering the third. Slow start to their offense so far today.
Well, they are getting the best that Tennessee Wesleyan has to offer in Jackson on the hill. So a tall task to try to replicate their offense, but if they can, it would certainly turn heads because of who they're doing it to. 0-1 count. And they throw back to first to keep Hunter Furchess in check. This is Caden Ethier. He's only seen one pitch at the plate. And again, they throw back.
To your point, you may be asking a lot for a direct replication of what they've done, but if they're going to try to beat Tennessee Wesleyan, they need to make plays at the plate to keep pace.
Singled and scored, wore a pitch, moved a runner, and then a ground out in the last night's win over Johnson. And it's an 0-2 count here for Ethier. 9-hole hitter, top of the order coming around after him. It's Justin Austin in the on-deck circle. They are very concerned with Furchess over there at first. Instead, they'll come home and swung on and missed. And that's yet another strikeout here in the early goings of this game. Jackson has his third by way of a swinging strike.
Yeah, and it's definitely going to be difficult, especially when it seems like Justin Jackson is in peak form right now.
So Jackson looks over to Furchess at first as Justin Austin comes to the plate. Second time he went down looking the first time up, so we would love to make amends for that.
I can really appreciate two chatty dugouts, Tennessee Wesleyan. They have a ton of energy. Montreat, they've had energy all series, all tournament long up to this point. U-Pike and Johnson, they were both pretty quiet. I mean, U-Pike I can understand because things weren't going their way. Johnson, I mean, just not a ton of energy. It was a really workman-like game, I would say.
Well, they played from behind for a couple of innings, and even when they got the lead, it was still a very controlled and business-like attitude of, we're here, we need to win and get the job done and stay alive, and that's all it was. No time to celebrate, just get the job done. That's another throwback on Furchess before the 1-1 here to Austin.
Yeah, I mean, it's to act like you've been here before, but, I mean, no one's been here more than Tennessee Wesleyan. If they could show some emotion, who you know?
So a 2-1 count.
Just saying.
As that's outside the strike zone.
I don't want the Johnson people on my head. I still think you have a great team.
Jackson looks to first, now comes home. And it's 2-2. Good looking pitch. Trying to avoid going down by way of the strikeout again is Austin. Top of the third, 2 scoreless innings so far for Montreat, but they got a man on first and 1 out. Back is Furchess in less than of a slide and more of a bear crawl back to the bag. He didn't have the largest of leads either. And he's still inside that inner cut on the turf. That's a chopper back to Jackson. He turns to second, makes the throw. Can they double it up? It bounces away. It bounces all the way to the wall, and trying to get the speed in his footing is Austin. And he might have gotten there had he not lost his footing and slipped as he realized that ball had gotten over to the side wall beyond first.
I think the trip might have saved him from himself there. I think he would have been gunned down trying to make his way to second.
Either way, he's on first, and Furchess is out going to second. And so that brings up Nagel, and Nagel's the only one outside of now Austin who has had success, and he represents the only true hit of the ballgame. Shows bunt, and the scoreboard shows strike. This is a tough one for me with the reflection off the netting that we've talked about where the balls have rolled up to us. Really makes it hard to see the umpire, the actual plate. Here's the 0-1, and that's the inside edge, and it's an 0-2 count. Jackson trying to make it 4 batters and strand one over at first. 2 outs, runner on. At the plate is Nagel. Swing and a miss. And a 5th strikeout on the day. Another one for Justin Jackson, and he is cruising. Even if you find a way to get on base, he shuts you down at the plate. 2 in the inning, 5 overall in the day, and another scoreless half frame for Montreat. They've been held silent in this game, but not all tournament long. So rare waters for them as Tennessee Wesleyan comes to the plate.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are.
Well, the last thing you want to see if you're down 2-0 to Tennessee Wesleyan is the player of the year in the conference come to the plate to lead off the next inning. And that's Alan Gil Fernandez. He is the run that came across in the first. It came on a pass ball, but he got on board with a single. And now he faces Hayden Brooks for the second time. And he takes him out to right field. This is going to be a backtrack. It's going to hit off the wall. And it's going to be a 2-bagger for Alan Gil Fernandez, and he's got a single, now a double, here in the third.
He just continues his torrid pace, what we've seen from him all season long. .396 batting average entering today, and he's a guy who will definitely garner some All-American consideration.
Rob Gordon will come to the plate for a second time. He, too, singled, but was out at second on what was a 6-4-3 double play that allowed Fernandez to get to third before coming home on the ball that got by into the backstop. Brooks checks back to second. The bright neon green sliding glove for Gil Fernandez. An 0-1 count after a first pitch strike. On deck circled Josh Shelley. They throw it back, and I mentioned it yesterday, or I guess 2 days ago now. I keep wanting to say yesterday, but they did not play yesterday. Mentioned it. No relation, not even spelled the same way for Shelley. He's L-L-Y. Mine's L-L-E-Y. Bunt laid down by Gordon, and he's got the pace to try to beat this thing out, and he does. And that is a picture-perfect bunt by Rob Gordon. He moves the runner and puts himself on first.
It's perfect the bunt that you can lay down as there's ever been. Runners at the corners. Tennessee Wesleyan firing on all cylinders.
And we wondered if Montreat could keep this up or if they were just riding the high through and catching teams at low points. Right now, their offense sputtering, trying to find a rhythm against Justin Jackson. But this offense for Tennessee Wesleyan, no signs of slowing down. They're in business here. Runners on the corners and no outs. Shelley will take a first pitch strike and start the at-bat 0-1.
If you need an idea of what Josh Shelley has been over the course of his career, he has a baseball reference page, folks.
And he'll lift that out to right center field, stays in the yard, but Gil Fernandez is going to tag. He's going to cruise in for another run, and in each of the first 3 innings, at least one run has come across. It's a 3-0 ball game, and Gil Fernandez has scored 2 of those runs.
And that's how you maintain your standing as the most efficient and effective offensive unit in the AAC. It's not just those innings where you can pop off for 3, 4, 5 spots, but you score a run here, a run there, buying your time until the avalanche eventually comes.
Just a small snowball continuing to roll downhill. Gordon's going to go. No throw comes as mishandling it as he tried to make the transition was Bryant. And Gordon is safe at second. 1 out, a run is scored. And Gordon knocking on the door again.
An underrated aspect about their offense, their ability to steal bases, very aggressive in that regard. Up to 160 stolen bases as a team on the year. Number 1 in the conference.
And only caught stealing 26 times. So when they go, they reach. 2-0 count here for David Ballania. Let's try that again. David Ballania. 3-0 count now. Brooks giving way to consistent scoring for Tennessee Wesleyan. And that's in there for the much-needed strike, 3-1. Colton Reynolds waiting in the on-deck circle, and he's already gotten the better of Brooks. Took him for the home run in the second. And that's ball 4, and now if he hangs one out there and Reynolds can replicate, this ball game gets blown wide open.
Yeah, but this is a time for Hayden Brooks to really settle himself down. It feels like Tennessee Wesleyan is taking control, but it's only a 3-run lead.
They will come out to talk to him. There is motion in the bullpen. Now keep in mind that the bullpen catcher is not down in the stance, so one would think that this is not going to be a call. He's kind of doing that like half squat as it comes in, right, loosening up until he gets down in that stance behind the plate. That's when you know those true warm-up pitches are coming and your guy's starting to get ready.
And usually when there would be a pitching change, the entire infield would join. Seeing those guys, the shortstop, second base, and first base still out there, yeah, that was probably just a, come on, lock in, understand where we are.
It was Furchess and Bryant who came along for the conversation, just trying to calm down Hayden Brooks, the freshman out of Bluffton, South Carolina. We'll dig in onto the rubber again. 1 out, 2 on, 1 run is scored. And he's facing... Oh, what a play. There's the tag, the throw to first. He gets down in time, and they get out of the inning. What a heads-up play. Furchess grabs it, tags it, throws it, and a great up and down from Restrepo to double up and prevent any further damage and empty the base paths and bring us back to the top half of the inning, but this time it has a 4 over top to the 4th, and Montreat back to the plate.
We didn't come to fix Marco's brakes because it was convenient or fast. We did it because Marco has bigger fish to fry and a lot of hungry people to feed. Kraus Family Ford. Passion drives purpose.
Top of the fourth inning, and Tennessee Wesleyan leads 3-0, and the first offering to Matthew Brunner is a first pitch out as he grounds over to third and one away, as quick work again for Justin Jackson on the mound for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I'd love to maybe make Justin Jackson work just a little bit harder on these, make him pitch a little bit deeper into the count. I mean, right now, though, he's just been so confounding.
Well, that last game, we saw Colby Reynolds for the two-seeded Johnson, and Reynolds had quick work of at least parts of the innings, especially starting the game. Through 2 pitches, had 2 outs. And then the very next inning, needed 6 total pitches and 2 pitches to get the first 2 outs. So only 4 to get the final out in a 1-2-3 inning. Batter aggression is nothing new on the day. And it's an 0-2 count here for Zachary Long. Long ended the first with a strikeout. And that just misses. But you can hear that the Bulldogs, they like the pitch, just don't like the call.
And something you don't always see here in the conference tournament. You see these teams, a lot of them, especially the better teams, they try to save their starting pitching until later into the tournament or potentially later than that. Up to this point, we've seen 5 of the 8 all-conference pitchers already.
2-2, and it makes it a full count as it misses low and away. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on here for Jackson, working against Long. The lefty winds up and delivers. It's a chopper over to short, fielded on the run. Sets his feet, throws over in time, out number 2. And back to the dugout goes Long. As another great defensive play that looks easily routine despite the quick turn of the hips by the shortstop in Gordon.
Yeah, and as much credit goes to Tennessee Wesleyan's pitching staff, and rightfully so. I mean, it's a complete defensive unit, everybody working on a string. That infield, one of the best in the entire country defensively.
Daniel Restrepo, he will take strike 1. Jackson again. Got him to go around. It's 0-2.
More to that point, first, second, and third base, all Gold Glove recipients. And Rob Gordon, he's made his case here tonight as well.
The 0-2. Oh, keep it alive. See, you're jumpy. That wasn't coming anywhere here, but you're jumpy. If you joined us for the previous game before this one, it was what, 4 inches from coming in here?
What's the opposite of look alive? You never want to be that.
That'll miss. It's 1-2, and Jackson took a couple of steps off the mound and now has to backtrack and go back up to the rubber.
I love how anytime there's 2 strikes on the board, Tennessee Wesleyan, they're making a remark after every pitch.
1-2, swung on, and down he goes. A 6th strikeout on the night for Jackson, and he is just rolling through this game and tearing apart the Cavaliers and bringing his offense back to the plate as they've scored in each of the first 3 innings. Can they do it again in the 4th? It's a 3-0 ball game, and the Bulldogs lead it.
favorite Southeast teams in action, we've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
Three 0 ball game, bottom of the fourth. As Hayden Brooks returns to the mound, he's given up a run in each of the first three. And two of those belong to Alan Gil Fernandez. And the other one, a solo shot by Colton Reynolds, who he got to ground into a double play to end the last inning. So this is Brian Espinoza here in the fourth.
He did catch the benefit of a double play. That is true. And it just feels like Tennessee Wesleyan's dominating this game, but it's only a 3-run lead. If you can hold them at bay here, give your offense one more chance. Keep just holding the line for them. Allow them to get themselves into the game. Who knows what can happen?
A 1-2 count as Brooks comes home. And he rings him up on strike three, and that's a confidence booster for Hayden Brooks. It's his second strikeout of the night and his first as a batter goes down looking.
Yeah, there you go. Hayden Brooks is still in this game. His team is still in this game. We've seen Montreat put up 3 runs in a hurry. They are right in it. You cannot allow yourself to get out of it mentally. You cannot allow Tennessee Wesleyan to break it open.
10 on Tuesday, 11 last night. Only need 3 to tie this ball game, but still working here defensively. As that's strike one, and a good start to this at-bat for Brooks against Ethan Wright. A 1-1 count now. And it's 1-2. Good looking pitch. One out, nobody on. Brooks working against Wright. And Joss missing, and he thought maybe he would have yet another. He kicks to deliver the 2-2. Inside, can't get the frame job to work for Bryant behind home plate.
Great discipline, AB, from Ethan Wright. He's worked himself into a full count. Now putting pressure on Brooks.
Swing and a miss, and he got him, and it's back-to-back strikeouts for Brooks, and he's starting to settle in. And that's what we've seen the last couple of days. Rocky starts for some pitchers, but once they start to get over that opening storm, you can settle in nicely and start the cruise, but now he needs to cap off the inning.
And I hesitate to use the term starstruck because, you know, you don't want to say that, but it can be a little bit intimidating to see that TW across their hats, to go against that bulldog across their chest, especially in a situation in Montreat where you haven't beaten this team a whole lot in your program's history. Now just trying to get over that hump and lock back in.
That's a chopper over to third. Fielded on the run. Thrown in time. And it's out number 3. And that's as good of an inning as you can ask for Hayden Brooks as he posts the first defensive 0 for the Cavaliers. We go to the top of the 5th. Now they just need to get the offense going. Their pitcher has started to settle in nicely. We go to the top of the 5th inning, and it's a low-scoring 3-0 ball game. Tennessee Wesleyan has scored in 3 of the first 4 innings. Finally, a 0 posted by the Cavaliers of Montreat. They are the 8th seed, playing the 3 seed and reigning conference champions in Tennessee Wesleyan, 2-time national champions in the Bulldogs, and currently finding themselves ranked 16th. As Dawson Bryant leads off this inning, he's got a 1-1 count here against Justin Jackson.
I have to say, degree of difficulty understanding the lineup that he's facing. Hayden Brooks is doing everything he can do to give your offense a chance. At some point, those bats got to wake up.
Bryant misses, and it's 2-2 for the leadoff man.
At this point, just get a man on base, see if you can move him over. Do anything you can to comb a run.
That's outside, 3-2. Count goes full. Six Ks already in the game for Jackson. And the payoff pitch to Bryant. Strikeout number 7. Got him to chase it. Bryant goes back to the dugout. And this program that you talked about, Lorenzo, about their earlier success that they have had and the sustained success over all these years. Think about the long list of players that have gone on to either be drafted or signed as free agents, whether it be in unaffiliated ball or into major league clubs. Last one you can think back to was the 2016, the highest draft pick they've ever had in Ryan Hartman, who was drafted in the 9th round of the MLB draft, and back in 2016 took him all the way to 2021 at the age of 27 to make his debut in the major leagues. Came in and pitched 1 game for the Houston Astros, but that doesn't matter at the end of the day. An MLB alum, and he got to say he made the show, which, having worked in minor league baseball myself, I understand the true implications of what just stepping on the field means on those days, and hearing that statement said out of the mouth of a manager on your way to a big club. 1 away. And that's strike 1. Here to Gustavo Gonzalez, who grounded over to short to end that 2nd inning. I also bring Hartman up because, well, why not, says the Astros fan. That's a chopper over to the third base side and foul.
Again, it's just been great to see the pitchers who've been dominant all year do what they've done, and that's dominate. They've really mowed down a lot of these lineups. Justin Jackson just the next man up.
Again, Gonzalez will put it to the third base side. Lights are on, but we still have skylight and still see blue sky for now. Dwindling off to our right. Flag a soft flapped out there in right center field. 1-2 count at the plate. Jackson steps and delivers. And no surprise here, it is strikeout number 8. And back-to-back to start the inning, and Jackson is just on cruise control up there on the hill.
It's real unfortunate for Tennessee Wesleyan. The bats have just gone completely cold.
Montreat just can't muster up anything as of yet. Think back to the single in the first. That's their only hit. That belongs to Cameron Nagel. And you said, okay, an opening strikeout, maybe they can get something going. And then after he got on base, 2 strikeouts just to the next batters. Two outs, nobody on. That's been a rare instance where somebody has been. In a 3-0 ball game, And a second big cut here by Furchess. Last time up, he walked on board, a rare blemish, and then was out going to second on the fielder's choice with Austin. And just the second base hit of the ball game as Furchess is safe at first. He takes it out to center field. And with 2 outs, Montreat goes back into their bag of tricks from game number 1, where they were 9 of 16 with 2 outs.
Yeah, very comfortable in this situation. They might prefer to be in this situation. If they're able to make something happen with 2 outs against the Bulldogs, we might just have to say that their backs are just slightly off the wall a little bit, not against the wall.
I mean, it was an incredible performance. They would go up, get 2 quick outs, and then all of a sudden the offense would pop off the page in that win. That's all, only 8 innings needed, 10-0 the final score in game 1 on Tuesday over Pikeville. 1-0 count here to Ethier.
I know nothing grinds the gears of a pitcher more than a get 2 quick outs and then just not finding a way to get that third.
So a 2-0 count here as Jackson looks over to first, now comes home. And that's the first pitch strike. Or excuse me, first strike of the at-bat. And Jackson just wants to check over on Furchess over at first. Last time he was on there, Jackson went over that way quite a few times to keep the third baseman in check. 2-1 goes around empty-handed, and it's 2-2.
Montreat, you got a man on. You want to be able to take advantage. This is like found money for you. It's been so rare.
Strikeout number 10. Jackson just settling in and just sitting down. These Cavaliers. We go to the bottom half of the inning when we come back here to Hunter Wright Stadium.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself as the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century. Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Bosk was one of the 3 strikeouts on the night for Hayden Brooks. It ended the second inning after the home run was the lone run scored in that frame. 1 in each of the first 3 innings, none in the fourth for the Bulldogs, trying to get back to that rhythm here in the bottom of the 5th, but very quickly, Bosk, the second baseman for the Bulldogs, finds himself behind here 0-2.
Bosk, a guy who's known for his defense, but the lowest batting average of their starting lineup.
1-2 the count, as Bosk will earn one back. He's the leadoff man here in the bottom of the fifth. And that's inside, ball two. Got him, rung him up. Strikeout number 4. Thanks for stopping by. Let us know if you want to buy anything. Otherwise, keep on moving, he says to Bosk, who sits him down without a swing. So, here in the bottom of the fifth inning, despite the 3 runs going, it is Brooks who's battling back, trying to make sure nothing else goes up on the board and that his offense can finally find a rhythm in this game. Best he can do is just keep posting zeros.
Yeah, and I got to tell you, I mean, we're talking about a lineup that I've seen make fools of great pitchers. Hayden Brooks doing everything he could do to keep his team in it. Tennessee Wesleyan started fast, but to your point, he's battling back, trying to keep his team hanging around.
That one got away from him, nearly caught Gil Fernandez, and he'll slice this one foul. So 1-1. Brooks 4 1/3, 2 earned, 4 strikeouts, has given up 2 walks. And Gil Fernandez has scored 2 of those 3 runs. And he's looking for maybe another one as this will track back to the warning track. It'll stay in the park. And for the first time, he does not have a successful at-bat. So Alan Gil Fernandez showing, well, there's a little bit of human in there somewhere.
Deep down.
Well, he nearly went deep on that one. It got back to the brown turf at the warning track, but he's wiped off the board other than the 2 that remains in the out column. So Rob Gordon, he's also gotten the better of Brooks. He's got 2 singles. Was stranded at first, was out in the double play back in the first. And in the double play in the third. That's going to get down for yet another base hit. He starts to round for second. He'll backtrack and settle up with a 2-out base hit and a runner on here in the bottom of the fifth, trying to make it a 4th in 5 innings with a run. But they have their work cut out for them, do the Bulldogs, in this 3-0 ball game with 2 outs.
And it's not quite Montreat with 2 outs on the board. Tennessee Wesleyan still looking for their first 2-out RBI of the game, but maybe doing their best impression here in the bottom of the fifth.
Well, sometimes you don't need it. They get the run from the leadoff man, and then that one is going to be a tagger on Shelley.
Oh. Got to make sure he's all right.
And I believe the home plate umpire just issued warnings out to Hayden Brooks.
Are they trying to make the point of that one having malicious intent?
And maybe there's something going on that we can't see from up here, but from our vantage point and what we've been watching, there's been nothing to, at least from our perspective, warrant those.
But we can't hear everything happening on the field, so, I mean, if there was words exchanged that led to that, then...
It just more seems, especially with how things have gone, he had the ball that sailed over the head of Gil Fernandez and now catches Shelley, and he's had some inside balls get away from him, so either way, it is a warning here for Brooks. And he responds by a first pitch strike on David Balania. So Shelley is hit by a pitch and gets down to first, and that pushes Gordon to second. And it's 1-1. Well, you put the 2 on. Now a pressure situation with these 2 outs. Can you work out of it? You've done successfully in the last couple of innings. Can you post another 0 for Hayden Brooks? That time it misses, and it's 2-1.
And this would be a 2-out rally situation for Tennessee Wesleyan, but exactly the situation Montreat cannot afford to happen. Already trailing by 3 runs, still in striking distance. You got to get this third out if you're Hayden Brooks.
Balania inside, takes it down the third base side. That's going to ride the line all the way down. It's a fair ball, 1 run waved in. The second turns for home, and Shelley will score. And both Gordon and Shelley have come across the first multi-run inning here in this ballgame, and it is a 5-3 lead for Tennessee Wesleyan. The offense starting to pull away.
Yeah, and I said no 2-out RBIs to this point for Tennessee Wesleyan. Balania telling me to hold that thought. There's 2 of them right there.
We said maybe they can hear us sometimes when we're talking up here because what we say, and then immediately after it happens, i.e. the home run from earlier. But right there, yet another case. And everyone comes in, and it looks as though the signal will be given down the right field line, or at least that's the initial look. We will see if the arm gets raised. They keep all kind of looking down there. They'll talk things through. We'll see if Hayden Brooks continues here, but it's now a 5-0 ball game, as it was 3 straight innings of 1 run to start the ball game. None in the 4th. Well, they make up for it. They score 2 here in the 5th and say, well, if we had a 0, we'll just chalk that up to 1 inning. And it will be the night for Hayden Brooks. He'll come out of the game, and a new face enters to the mound. We'll have it, and who it is, and the next at-bat when we come back here to Hunter Wright Stadium in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Buffalo's Cafe for the football season.
Two runs across here in the inning, and that gets through on the first pitch for Jaden Hughes. Comes in, 1 pitch, and 1 run will score. And they try to tag out at second, and it won't matter. The runner is safe. And just like that, Colton Reynolds drives in yet another run, and this is the inning where finally Tennessee Wesleyan finds some bulk scoring. And they've put up 3 to double their advantage coming into it. It's 6-0.
For sure, Montreat trying to turn to an arm that they haven't had to turn to much this season. Hughes, he's only gone through 10 complete innings. He does have a 4.5 ERA, so he's talented, but you're putting him in a tough spot against a streaking lineup.
They're starting to settle into a rhythm. At least the 2, 3, 4, 5, and now the 6th hitter in the order. Brian Espinoza is at the plate. He struck out looking last inning at the hands of Brooks. And he swings and misses at that. It's 1-1. Hughes, the senior, 6'1", 210 pounds, right-handed pitcher out of Greenwich, New York. Went to Hudson Valley Community College. Greenwich, New York, just north of Albany in upstate New York.
Ooh, north of Albany.
Used to spend some time up there with the Tri-City Valley Cats when they were members of the New York Penn League and the Astros affiliate. Joseph L. Bruno Stadium, nice little small park, kind of like this one. A little longer down the lines in terms of the stands. Great sellout crowds there at the Joe. 1-2 count. As Hughes, the second pitcher used by the Cavaliers, will deliver to Espinoza. And that's right up the middle. That's a base hit. They'll turn and send the run here. It's going to be a 7-0 ball game as Espinoza will hold up at first.
And Colton Reynolds, he didn't even break stride. He didn't even give Coach a chance to send him. He knew he was going the whole time.
The left fielder, Ethan Wright.
So Ethan Wright comes to the plate with a man on and 2 outs, and you said about it, could someone find that 2-out rhythm? They haven't stopped once you said that. Ethan Wright, he's 0 for 1. Moved a runner around back in the second and then struck out swinging last time up.
Yeah, I mean, who said the announcer's jinx is always negative, right, Tennessee Wesleyan?
He's the 8th batter of the inning. 0-1 count to him as Hughes will take some time. They call time at the plate. And that's strike 2. So Hughes out in front here of Wright, who's going to try to keep the inning alive, and it's a momentous inning. 3 through the first 3 innings, 4 here in this inning alone. Bottom of the 5th. Runner goes. That's a chopper over to short. He's safe as he sides in, and it's thrown to first in time to get the out. And out of the inning are the Cavaliers. But Tennessee Wesleyan, the Bulldogs, have been let off the leash. It's a 4-run bottom of the 5th. They lead it 7-0 as we go to the top of the 6th.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Top of the 6th inning, Montreat has let the game slip away from them, but for them, we're here in the midway point of the game, still half a ball game to try to make up this deficit, but they need to get the offense going in a hurry. Otherwise, all the momentum will continue with Tennessee Wesleyan and Justin Jackson, who has been just stellar on the mound so far. And a great catch As flying over is the man we've talked about with some spectacular moves defensively in this game. Another one to make the grab and foul territory by Rob Gordon.
I've been thoroughly impressed with Rob Gordon defensively. Again, folks, he is the only member of their infield to not make the Gold Glove team, but he's pitching a strong case here today.
So a slight delay in one of those pieces of the bat. Oh, there we go.
Broken bat.
How often do you see that with an aluminum bat? One away, nobody on, second batter of the inning. Here's Cameron Nagel. And he took a big swing of that one. You could see the head snap around. He wanted it, couldn't get it.
Wanted it, and they're going to need it from him. He's one of just 2 players from Montreat to record a hit so far.
Now he shows bunt and has to peel his foot back. It nearly caught him. But it's 1-1.
I mean, they're doing anything they can to try to get something off of Justin Jackson. Nothing has been working so far.
Just 2 hits in the game. Nagel has one of them. 4 base runners total. As that one skims atop the laces of his shoes. And it's 2-1. A far cry from what we've seen. The team with 10 runs and 11 runs in their first 2 games. And now Jackson having some trouble here. He's 3-1. Still in the at-bat, but needs to keep it going. Fouled and rifled into the backstop. And the count will go full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. Trying to post a 6th consecutive 0 on the scoreboard next to the Montreat Cavaliers. Rung him up, strike 3. He started to make his walk to first, but instead he is sent back to the dugout. A called strike 3 on Nagel. That's his 2nd strikeout of the day. And that one is the 10th. I misspoke earlier. That is the 10th of the night for Justin Jackson.
I mean, I'd say not wrong, just early.
Hey, I've made some prophetic announcements today, and what I've said has come to pass immediately after. So we were just, half an inning early.
Yeah, on the verge of an investigation here.
I'll get my wristband here, and they're sending me everything up here. 0-1 count here to Brunner. He struck out in the first, grounded to third, and trying to reverse his fortunes. It's 0-2. Almost the entire Bulldogs lineup came through in that 4-run bottom of the 5th. Teal is the only one who did not, so he will lead things off. He'll have to shed the catching equipment and be ready to rock and roll. And Brunner trying to stay alive to make sure that doesn't happen after this pitch. 1-2, right back up the middle, takes a skip. Oh, what a play, but he can't pull the trigger to get the throw. It would have been close even if he had, but that's one of those hold on to it, don't force it, and just concede what you can.
And if he would have made that play, I would have went to the AAC commissioner, Bill Pop, myself, to tell him to put him on the team.
And we know where he is. He's sitting at a table right next to the press box. We would have gone down there and said, there needs to be a change. And maybe not a change because we don't want to take it away.
Braxton Baird's the shortstop. He absolutely deserves it. Braxton Baird from Milligan. But, I mean, can we do a half and half?
So it is a 2-out single. Is there some magic here following Brunner? And maybe there is. That's going to be a base hit. And Long puts one into the outfield. Both going for extra bases, and Long is safe at second, and Brunner at third, and all of a sudden, Montreat's bats have woken up, and guess what? 2 outs on the board, reminiscent of what we saw on Tuesday night, and they are in business, but they have to be careful with those 2 outs up there.
Okay, so game within the game. Rob Gordon, his toss to Jonathan Bosk over at second wasn't the greatest. Jonathan Bosk couldn't get it clean. He was able to block it with his arm instead of allowing the ball to careen away from him.
Daniel Restrepo chops it over to third. It's fielded. They throw to first, and that'll end it. And that's how you respond if you're Jackson. Get the ground ball, get the out, get out of the jam with 2 outs. And Restrepo is sent, frustratingly so, back to the dugout as the 2 runners are stranded, and still a 0 in the run column for the Cavaliers, and a chance to grow their advantage for a second inning in a row after the 4 came across last time. As we go to the bottom of the 6th, Bulldogs up by 7.
What if you can have it all? A place to call home, a great job, and a safe and welcoming community to raise your family. You can have all that and more in Kingsport, Tennessee. For the past quarter century, Kingsport has been on a mission to reinvent itself as the first professionally planned and privately financed city of the 20th century. Kingsport has earned the nickname the Model City. From award-winning educational initiatives to business incubators to the surrounding natural beauty, Kingsport is just the right size to have the amenities you need without the traffic and crime of a larger city. With a vibrant downtown, great shopping and dining, and a thriving local economy, Kingsport is the perfect place to call home. Ready to start loving where you live? Choose Kingsport. Visit movetokingsport.com and discover all the reasons why this charming town is the perfect place to call home.
Thomas Steele, the only batter who didn't get to come to the plate last inning when the 4 runs came around. He will lead off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. It is a 7-0 Tennessee Wesleyan lead over a Montreat side that had offensive explosions in their first 2 games, but here tonight, knocking on the door in the top half, but it gets slammed shut the very next batter. They strand 2 as Restrepo grounds out to third. So Hughes back onto the mound after pitching just a third of an inning and giving up an earned run. The other 3 came in were not his responsibility, but he'll feel a little responsible after being at the helm while they did.
I'd love to see Hughes in this situation with a real clean slate, see if he can work his way out of an inning. Tennessee Wesleyan, they seem to be on the upswing as a group.
Hayden Brooks posted just 1 scoreless inning on the mound as the starter, and that's a swinging strike 3. And that's a good start for Hughes as he gets his first strikeout.
The second baseman, Jonathan Bosk.
So Bosk, who has struck out 2 times, once swinging, once looking. He will come to the plate for a second inning in a row. He led off last inning. And a little bit of what we just saw from Montreat, who saw it from Tennessee Wesleyan the inning before, of a bit of a 2-out rally. But this time it's taken out to right field, and it's caught for out number 2. And now Alan Gil Fernandez comes to the plate. 2 runs scored on 2 hits. But he was that second out last time up. He flied out to 8. That was when Brooks was in the game, and the starter for Montreat got the better of him the third time around.
Luckily for Hughes, being able to see the first 2 batters of this inning, the only 2 batters, 2 capable bats in Teal and Bosk, but the only 2 batters in the lineup batting under 300.
Give me one of the plethora of examples why this team is in the top 25. That statement right there. Chopper over to the left-hand side. That's going to go foul. Singled in the first, got all the way around, and then came in on the pass ball. Then the double, and the RBI on the sac fly. And that's tipped into the glove, and Gil Fernandez goes down. And a second strikeout coming for Hughes, and it happens here as the ball game starts to trickle along. The bats for Montreat knocked on the door, but were not let in. Can they finally kick it open and score a run and make this a ball game as we go to the 7th?
Sorry, he was playing with the camera and I was trying to get the shot.
Dawson Bryant is the man tasked with leading off the top of the 7th for just the second time. Montreat will follow a scoreless frame on the bottom half of the scoreboard by the Bulldogs of Tennessee Wesleyan. They are ranked 16th in the latest national poll. Only team of the 3 in the AAC that are ranked in Milligan and Johnson alongside them, as that's a strikeout, and it's his 11th of the game as Bryant is retired, and Jackson gets yet another K to his credit. And that brings up Gonzalez. Tennessee Wesleyan, the only team of those 3 that did not move in the rankings. Milligan skyrocketed after winning against Johnson in that final series of the regular season. They come shooting up from 21 to 11, while Johnson falls from 4 to 6 and still stays inside the top 10. But Milligan right on the doorstep of that. But both of them taking losses yesterday. A bit of a surprise to see the 1 and the 2 seed in the losers bracket. Now the 4 seed joins them, as earlier Spartanburg Methodist went down to, outside of Montreat entering this game, one of those teams that you say no one wants to play them right now, the Bryan College Lions, as they pick up a big win in that one as well. That was a very entertaining game and some great pitching, and Pioneers got into trouble when Tyler Gray goes the distance, and that was a great performance by him on the hill in that one. And we are seeing another great pitching performance here this week. Jackson has been slicing and dicing apart the Cavaliers. And he delivers the 0-2, and it'll just miss for Gonzalez, trying to avoid a second consecutive strikeout, not only as a team, but for himself, as he struck out in the 5th. 1-2, that bounces in, and Cavaliers saying, oh, we wish somebody was on the base path, as that one careens away.
But on that point, I mean, how spoiled are fans of Tennessee Wesleyan to see your team go 20-7 in conference play, 37-14 overall, and you're like, we've been better than this.
2-time national champions. They've been winners of 16 of the last what is it, 19 if I remember?
16 of the last 19 regular season titles.
Talk about sustainability of excellence. That is what comes with the blue and white and, in this case, black of Tennessee Wesleyan. And yet another strikeout back-to-back for Jackson. And it's 2 up, 2 down here in the 7th.
Montreat, they won't have much of a chance to do anything in this game if they can't find a way to crack the code of Justin Jackson.
Hunter Furchess has had the rare feat tonight of being the only player for Montreat that has reached base on 2 different occasions. He was walked aboard in the 3rd, then singled and got stranded there in the 5th after there were 2 Ks in front of him and then a strikeout after. Seems like we hear that a lot, and Jackson trying to make sure that we have to write a 3rd strikeout down in our book. 0-2 count, 2 outs, nobody on. Jackson working against Furchess. Can he gut him out right here? Strike 3, got him swinging. Justin Jackson electrifying on the rubber, and he is just slamming the door on the hopes and dreams of the Cavaliers. That mighty sword that the Cavs entered this game with, it has gone dull and not threatening unless the offense can try to sharpen it in the last couple of innings, but they're back on defense and trailing by 7.
The Southeast Sports Network is now on Amazon Fire TV. Now you can download the SESN app and watch on any Amazon-enabled device, such as your Fire Stick. The easiest way to download the app
Jaden Hughes back onto the hill and working against Rob Gordon, who has had a very successful day. And look at that guy there in the dugout. Gabe Schrei putting this whole thing on for us up here. Down there playing around with some of the cameras and seeing what he can do. As that'll miss for ball 2. It's a 2-1 count here for Gordon. 7-0 ball game. Gordon has singled in all 3 plate appearances. Can he make it a 4th? It's going to be hard to do. He's got to beat out the throw, and he cannot do so. So he finally sees his streak come to an end, and it's out number 1.
As crazy as it sounds, 7-0 Montreat. They have to feel like they still have a chance. As long as you have outs on the board, you still have a shot to make something happen. They have to keep Tennessee Wesleyan from scoring 3 runs here, and then you have to try to find a way to solve Justin Jackson.
Here's a first pitch ball to Josh Shelley, and Shelley has an RBI in the 3rd, and then was hit by a pitch and came around to score as part of one of the 4 runs that came across in the 5th. Grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Gordon got on in the 1st, and, well, Shelley didn't help him out. They both went back to the dugout after Gil Fernandez had scored. That actually put Gil Fernandez over to third base, and then he was able to come home on a pass ball, or excuse me, a wild pitch, rather, from Hayden Brooks. 2-1, chopped over to third, fielded off the hop, thrown over, and scooped out of the dirt. Good-looking defensive play there by the Cavaliers. And a good pick by Restrepo, and it's 2 outs on the board.
Right fielder, Colton.
You look at this and you say, defensively, it has been a great game by Montreat.
The center fielder.
There is nothing truly that they have done to beat themselves, and that's representative of the arrows up there. We say you got to make the routine plays if you want to try to pull an upset, but you also have to find some offense and keep theirs off the board. But they go 1-2-3 as Hughes comes in and makes quick work, and now the bats come back to the plate, but they have to get something going as we go to the top of the 8th. Otherwise, TWU rather, can make their way into the next round with ease.
The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Gear up and climb the Hawk's Nest. Work together as a team to complete 4 high ropes challenges, all while suspended 40 feet in the air. Finish with a zip through the canopies on our 310-foot zip line. Our ground course features 9 exciting challenges and is perfect for large and small groups. The Bays Mountain Park Adventure Course. Thrilling fun for group events, parties, and field trips.
Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay.
Top of the 8th inning. And a first pitch strike. Swung on and missed by Ethier, who's the 9-hole hitter after 3 up, 3 down, all strikeouts for Justin Jackson last inning. And that'll miss. It's 1-1.
I was using it.
Jackson has just been lights out under the bright lights here on top of the hill in Kingsport. And that's a second strike of the at-bat. It's 1-2. In just a few weeks' time, the Axemen of the Appalachian Summer League, they'll take to the field here at Hunter Wright Stadium. Woodbat Collegiate Summer League. The 1-2, and that's fouled off the right-hand side.
Oh, look out below.
Head coach Pop on alert over there. 1-2. And that's nubbed over to the first base side. And it will be foul, so Jackson will try it again. Last bit of sunlight trying to hang on. You get that red color in the brush strokes of clouds overhead. Just a few that are very thin. Stark contrast to what we had in the early parts of the week. And again, same spot down that first base side. Solid contact here by Ethier. He just can't pull it in.
And much how night falls as the day goes away. We're going to see for Montreat if the clock is going to strike 12 on Cinderella.
Bryan still trying to be that Cinderella case to make the run from the 6th seed. They're 3-0. Montreat 2-0. Tennessee Wesleyan only needed one, and that's a ring up of Ethier. Yet another strikeout, and he goes down looking, and Jackson continues. That's now 4 consecutive through the last inning and a third.
He just continues to mow him down, and Montreat running out of gas for air, potentially down to their last 5 outs of the ball game.
14 strikeouts for Jackson. And a first pitch strike to the top of the order in Austin.
At a point, if you're Montreat, why not just go for broke?
And that's strike 2. He's just firing them in there, and when you're feeling it for Jackson, you are feeling it. Can he make it 15? The 0-2. The lefty kicks, delivers, and it just misses, and it's 1-2. It is a Montreat mowdown for Justin Jackson. 1-2 comes home. Rung him up. 15th K of the ball game for Jackson, and I think he lost count. He's got 2 outs. He has to get one more, but 15 times a batter has been sat down on strike 3.
But at this point, I don't think you can afford to get struck out looking. Again, I think you need to just try to go for it.
That is back-to-back. That is frozen batters in this 7-0 ball game, and now Cameron Nagel, who has struck out twice, and really, who hasn't at this point? But he also had the first hit of the ball game, one of just 4 for Montreat, and it's a first pitch strike. No surprise there from Jackson.
But I am going to shoot them some bail. It's easy for me to say from up here, oh, you got to swing at that, but
you're not the one watching the heater on the inside corner of the plate.
Yeah, I know it looks a little bit different in that batter's box, but
Nagel settles back in out of the right-handed side, facing the lefty for a 4th time today. 1-1, that's chopped foul, and it's 1-2. And anytime you get the 2 strikes, Jackson is up there just chomping at the bit to see if he can get to 16, which would be a tournament high so far.
But you know what? We make contact.
1-2. Oh, that brushes him back, and having the hot step that away is Nagel, and it's 2-2.
Those guys over there, Tennessee Wesleyan, they are absolutely letting you hear it every single pitch.
Their offense has come to play, gotten 7 runs and 15 Ks from their ace on the hill. And that one slips away from him. Again, he tries that inside pitch. That's how he's rung up the last 2 batters. But he just couldn't find the zone and nearly made contact with Nagel, and that's not what you want. You've retired the last 5 via the strikeout. Can he make it 6 in a row?
Yeah, the rare passed ball from him. We haven't seen that a ton.
3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff pitch. Low and inside, and just the second walk that he will issue. The route stops at 5 consecutive strikeouts, and a runner is aboard here with 2 outs as Nagel is on for a 2nd time. Brunner is one of those 4 hits. Had a single, got stranded at 3rd in that 6th inning where they had 2 men on knocking on the door. Can he do it again? That's strike 1.
And it's so rare for them to get guys on. You just got to take advantage. Got to put yourself in a position.
2 outs, man at first. Oh, you can hear the oohs from Tennessee Wesleyan. They thought that was a great-looking pitch for strike 2, but instead, it throws the sticks up on the board, 1-1. Tried to check his swing. They say he went around, and it's 1-2. Just 2 walks. Can he bounce back with a out at the plate? And they'll stay alive. There's a 2-out base hit. It'll bounce over to right field. And thinking about it was Brunner, but now runners on the corners. And Montreat, albeit they have nothing to show for it, on a couple of occasions have been able to get a base hit with 2 outs on the board. And a runner is in scoring position. And maybe, just maybe, a miracle rally beginning if they can convert.
Yeah, here we go. This is where it starts for them. This is where that rally begins. 2 outs on the board. They're familiar with the situation. See if you can make something happen. Get yourself back into the ball game.
Nagel is at third. At first, it is Brunner. Long, we know the power he can have. He's already got a double in this game. It's a slow chopper over to first. A quick flick. Did he get there first? Jackson steps on the bag, and they get out of the inning. Cavaliers don't agree. Trying to use the age-old adage of tie goes to the runner. But instead, the runner goes to the dugout empty-handed. Out number 3, and Montreat continues to post a 0 on their side of the scorebook. It is 7-0 as we go to the bottom of the 8th. Tennessee Wesleyan is sniffing around the final score. They're trying to dig it up and dig in more.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube at NSBN Sports or visit us at nsbnsports.com. All of the ways to watch your favorite local and regional sports. Join us now on Twitch TV. You can also find NSBN on Amazon Fire TV or visit us live on YouTube as we stream games there as well. Another fan favorite way to watch is nsbnsports.com. You can also find us through our NSBN app, free to download from the Google Play Store, and Roku TV, where you can find all of our content.
First pitch of the at-bat to start the bottom of the 8th inning. It is Jaden Hughes on the hill again to Colton Reynolds. And Reynolds is going to lift this one out to right center field. It's going to get down at the warning track, and he's going to turn. Can he turn this to 3? No, he will hold at second. And it's a leadoff double here in the bottom of the 8th. And for Reynolds, the power in the bat on full display today. That's his second double to go along with the earlier home run back in the second.
I mean, that had all the looks of another homer, too. So much power in that bat from Colton Reynolds.
I don't know. He was playing with it, and now it's looking.
This conversation is just Montreat trying to hold on. If Tennessee Wesleyan scores 3 more runs, the game is over. They want to give themselves one more chance.
I was like, oh, okay, I guess I won't use that.
And it looks as though it was originally initiated by Dawson Bryant. He saw the start for Jaden Hughes giving up the double and said, hold on, let's just come in and build up a game plan here. And what can we do to maybe find a way to turn 2, even with a guy on second? Usually when they get to second, you say double play off the books. But we saw already today on 2 separate occasions, double plays turned involving a runner at second. So it could be in the cards here, and that would move us to the top of the 9th inning. in a little bit more of a hurry, maybe, unless the two-out hitting comes to fruition, should they be able to produce a double play. Well, conversation didn't produce a strike as Hughes drops it beneath the strike zone. And in this, there has been a substitution. As Devin Smith has gone out to right field instead of Justin Austin. One to the second batter of the inning with a man on second. That's Reynolds. And it's 2-1. Bulldogs 37-14 in the regular season, 20-7 in conference play. First time in 18 years that they played on day one, but their reward for winning on day one, they didn't have to play on day two, so a bit of a rarity for them. So it really kind of throws everything off, but they've been up for the task.
Yeah, real break in the rhythm, I'm sure. But they have been up to the task.
That's a swing and a miss, and it's strike three. And since Hughes has entered the ballgame, he's had some strong outings here and picks up yet another strikeout. Had two innings ago. And also got him to go 1-2-3 the inning prior.
But I almost begin to think that a team like Tennessee Wesleyan, they sort of relish the opportunity to be an underdog. They're not really used to that. They're not used to being seen in that light. So at times that can really sort of give them an extra oomph about themselves, give them some extra motivation.
So now Reese Jordan will take his first at-bat. Sands coming in for Ethan Wright.
The luxury of being able to come off the bench with a guy with 99 plate appearances batting .293.
We said about it of the guys in the original starting lineup, only two of them batted below 300. And here's the guy who you bring in now as kind of the 10th guy in, right? And he's batting 0.07 of a percentage point below 300.
And if you want to get really technical.
Here we go. 1-2 with one out and a man on. Jordan awaits. Hughes checks back to second, kicks and fires. And it's ball two, and the runner holds.
But yeah, if you want to get really technical, of guys with at least 60 ABs on the year, 10 of them batting .300. The other one is Reese Jordan. He's batting .293.
I go back to the previous statement made. What is it that helps propel this team to be so good, nationally ranked, and have the success that they have had for such a long time? Right there's your prime example. That's caught out in center field, and Jordan is retired on a scorebook F8. And it's two away, and the runner in Reynolds will stay at second after his leadoff double.
And I mean, we're giving credit to Montreat, and rightfully so, for their defensive performance. And a pretty pedestrian offensive performance from Tennessee Wesleyan. They have 10 hits and 7 runs.
That's a swinging strike one for Thomas Teal. Teal is 0 for 3. It's one of those that hasn't really gotten anything going. A couple of ground outs and a strikeout in his last time up. That was Hughes' first strikeout. Now he's going to line out to second, and that ends the inning. 4 batters faced, and Hughes, since coming in, he's been up to the charge, but he needs his offense to try to help save the day, and they have one last chance. Otherwise, they'll have to use that safety net tomorrow and fall back onto the double elimination and play in a win-or-go-home scenario And it'll be Tennessee Wesleyan who remains in the winner's bracket. But the top of the ninth comes up next.
Want to watch your favorite Southeast teams in action? We've got you covered. Stream live games and highlights on YouTube, Twitch, Amazon Fire TV, Stream TV, and more. For all the details, visit our How to Watch page at sesnsports.com. It's your one-stop guide to catching every play, every time, wherever you are. The Southeast Sports Network, bringing the game to you anytime, anywhere.
What?
New pitcher into the game here to try to close things out. Top of the ninth, it's Bradley Johnson. And he has that high leg kick, and it's a different feel coming off the mound for the first time, trying to get these last three outs. He is a righty, unlike Justin Jackson, who put on a display. 15 strikeouts for Jackson, and he allowed just 5 hits in 8 shutout innings of baseball here. It's 7-0 as Daniel Restrepo fouls off that ball to fall to 0-2. So Bradley Johnson in trying to close this out, the native of Marysville, Washington.
And trusting a real pin arm for them, a guy who's appeared in 22 games this season.
That's going to get through, and not what he likes to see, as the first batter he faces here in the top of the ninth is aboard, and it is a leadoff base runner for Daniel Restrepo.
The catcher, Dawson Bryant.
And I'm from the school of 27 outs. You got to get 27 outs to win a ball game. The Tennessee Wesleyan, they've gotten 24 outs. There's still some outs on the board. Montreat has a chance, and they have the talent at their disposal to make it interesting.
And for Restrepo, that's a change of fortune since his first time on base. Strikeout, line out, ground out. Now on base here, trying to spark a mountainous rally. They need 7 to keep on playing and a chance to stay in the winner's bracket. It is a double elimination tournament. Neither team has lost, so tomorrow could have a little bit more pressure for them. As that's chopped over to short, can they turn to double play and really put the pressure on? It's thrown over in time. No, it's not. They called him safe.
Happy birthday.
So they get 1, not 2. And the lead runner is out in Restrepo. But Dawson Bryant is safe on the fielder's choice at first. So 1 away, and that brings up Gustavo Gonzalez. Back-to-back strikeouts for him and a ground out. He had a big night last night, and this is a big hit into the night sky. But it's going to be caught for out number 2. And down to the final out are the Cavaliers. Their offense has certainly showed up to play in this tournament, but as they reach their 3rd outing, I think it's less about the offense not showing up, more about Justin Jackson being the ace that we have heard so much about. He put it on full display tonight with 15 Ks. 2 outs and a first pitch swing. for Hunter Furchess. And it'll go foul.
And to this point, if chalk holds, we're going to get Johnson and Montreat again.
See if Montreat can do it again, or if Johnson, after their bounce-back performance earlier today, where their offense came to life, especially late in that ball game. It was a massive 14-batter seventh inning to eliminate Pikeville, as that is chopped to the third base side as the runner goes, and it's foul, so he'll come back to finish the at-bat. Will Furchess, and Bryant will head back to first. 0-2. None of the final strike. Easily player of the game is Justin Jackson. It was a night that officially, as we go through his line here, 8 innings, 5 hits, no runs, 15 Ks, 2 walks, 31 batters faced. 0-2 count. The pitch comes home. It will miss, and it's an easy glide into scoring position for Bryant.
Because you might as well.
Why not? You need the run. Bradley Johnson trying to close this game out here in the top of the ninth. That's hit into the gap and a base hit. And they're going to send him because they need to. Why not? The quick throw, and it's bobbled, and the shutout is no longer intact. As Johnson concedes the run here in the top half of the ninth, but maybe too little too late for Montreat, unless the page out of their playbook on Tuesday, when they were 9 of 16 with 2 outs, comes back to suddenly pay massive dividends. Can they cash out here late in the ballgame? But it seems more like it's a bit of pride heading into tomorrow's win-or-go-home game for Montreat, unless something can happen here at the bottom of the order in Ethier, who has struck out 3 times today. Runner goes. He swings at that one. It's 0-2. But there's a stat pad for Furchess, as he'll get a stolen base.
I'll tell you what, nothing wrong with pride. It's better to have pride than to not have pride.
Johnson gave up the run. Can he close it out now in a 7-1 ball game? That's lined over to second, and that'll do it. Montreat's offense held almost completely silent except for the late run in a 7-1 performance. Tennessee Wesleyan, as advertised for the Bulldogs, and Justin Jackson head and heels above all here today. That might have been the best performance we saw out of a pitcher and maybe out of anyone on the day, as the Bulldogs remain in the winner's bracket, the highest remaining seed there. 1, 2, and 4 all find themselves on the wrong side of the bracket. But Tennessee Wesleyan finds themselves on the right side of this one. 7-1 over top of Montreat, who has the parachute of double elimination tomorrow. And a whole slate of games. And partner, you're going to take over all those games tomorrow. So have fun here in Kingsport. But on behalf of our entire crew, thanks for joining us for day 3 here under the lights as we conclude a 7-1 Tennessee Wesleyan win over Montreat. He's Lorenzo Robinson. I'm Mark Shelley, bidding you a very pleasant adieu.
Your favorite teams, your favorite live streams, your favorite highlights. Be sure to engage with us. Find us now on YouTube.
My West Hollywood story is exploring the iconic boulevards, endless shopping, and beautiful galleries. Inspiration is endless in West Hollywood. The neighborhood tells stories of established and emerging artists. You will find fashion and styles from all over the world here. A California sunset is the perfect way to end our day. We will take VIP tickets to this show every night. Our vacation is just getting started. This is our West Hollywood story. Come and find yours.
LA Galaxy belongs on the best surfaces. Whether you're the best player or the best fan, every goal, every tackle, every last-second battle, it all requires precision, performance, and passion. The LA Galaxy trust AstroTurf to provide the best surfaces, because champions deserve the best. AstroTurf, the official synthetic turf and hybrid field building partner of the LA Galaxy.
My dad.